We had a big party for them, and they had a big party for themselves. We were there. And we had came up with a skit that was them getting ready for church in the morning. And that was 20 years ago. So we decided to update it now to today's time. So this is 20 years later. Now this is mom and dad on a Sunday morning after they just had all 7 grandkids sleep over the night before. This is them going to church on Sunday morning after they slept over. And I am my dad. This is my mom, Marisa. Okay.
A lot of people say I might resemble her. About 10 people already told me tonight.
Well, Ann, I had a rough night last night and it was mostly your fault again.
How could anything last night be my fault? You fed the Banana Fosters to the kids at 11 o'clock p.m. They all went to bed at 1 a.m. while you fell asleep on your chair.
Well, I'll tell you what happened is I woke up, of course, at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep at all. In between watching live broadcasts of the LPGA Women's Bangladesh Open and the South Korean Professional Bowling Championships, I was a bit hungry. So I decided I thought it was smart at the time, I went with a huge bowl of Kashi cereal, extra fiber.
Now, Chris, why would you do something like that? You know that always bothers your stomach. And why is this my fault?
Well, actually, the cereal was no problem, Ann. It was the milk that was expired in 2011 that almost killed me. I told you to get milk over and over, and you never did. Well, forget that. It's over now. I'll be okay. Do you at least have the antacids to help me out? I told you to bring antacids.
I don't have your antacids. I bought them for you for your birthday, and you're responsible for them. You're a big boy now.
I give you one job every day. It's to remember antacids at all times. This is unbelievable.
I told you, you're a big boy. You need to be responsible and carry your own antacids.
Well, let's just get to church. Oh no, I think this cop is pulling me over. Quick, throw your coat over the 6 cases of Ouzo in the back seat.
I told you 20 times to get that stuff out of the car. Great. Now we're going to go to jail and I'm going to miss choir. What did you do this time to make him pull you over?
I have no idea. I was driving 10 to 11 miles an hour in this 25 zone. I even was hovering between both lanes to make sure I used them both equally. I have no idea why this guy would be pulling me over.
You're lucky. It looks like he's not pulling you over after all. He just put his lights on to pass you since you're driving so slow.
Phew, that was close. Okay, and so after church, I need you to pick up sandwiches at Santino's for lunch. Can you take care of this?
Yes, Chris, of course, whatever you say. It should be just us and your dad. What did you order?
Okay, well that's good. I only got some light things. I got 6 cheesesteaks, 4 twin burgers, 3 rigatonis with sauce on the side, and some extra peppers and onions just in case, for sure.
Chris, why would you do something like that? It's just us!
You know what? You're right. Let me call back and get a pizza too. Half mushroom, half lamb.
How are we going to eat all that? You know, all the kids have games and we need to get to them after lunch.
Yes, I know. I have this figured out. We'll get to all the games. I plan to get to Christo's game at Wilson at 2 o'clock, Tommy's game at Mifflin at 2:15, Graham's game to the YMCA at 2:30. I should be at Peyton's golf match by 3, Mackenzie's cheer at 3:30, Christopher's golf at 4, and Delaney's game at 4:30. I got it covered.
You know that's impossible, right? Why do you constantly say you're going to get to all these things when you know it cannot be done?
Maybe you're right. So you guess I should skip my Albright board meeting I was going to at 2:45?
You know, I'm missing golf today, so I can do all of these things. Maybe you should think about missing things once in a while. Now, be realistic.
Don't tell me about golf. Please don't tell me how you 4-putted number 15 again. Please.
I really thought I had it lined up. I had the logo in the right direction, my feet lined up, my head down. I don't know what happened. I think it's the putter. I need a new one.
Okay, well anyway, while I'm thinking of it, remember we have a fundraising dinner for the United Way we're having at our house. It's tonight, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. I hope you have the house ready. It's only about 50 to 100 people. It should be no problem.
Chris, I knew nothing about this party. You never tell me anything. And it's tonight. I have people at the I love the people of United Way, but you're giving me no time to get ready. My house looks like a cyclone went through it after all the kids were there last night, and you made all that food and didn't clean it up.
Relax, Ann. I'll take care of the ordering of the food and the ouzo. That should really be all we need. Plus, I thought I would take the kids on a golf cart ride before everyone gets to our house. We should have plenty of time for that. I plan on stopping at Rite Aid and going through the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts with them.
So you'll leave me alone to get ready for all these guests? I can't believe you're doing this. Can you please promise me you will at least wear a coat when you're on the golf cart? It's 7 degrees outside and you've been coughing for at least a month. And when are you going to go to the doctor anyway?
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Well, we're here at church now, so please remember everything I need you to do today. It's very important. Everything gets done.
Okay, Chris, whatever you say.
And one last thing, remember, I need some shirts and pants ironed for tomorrow morning. We have a minute, no rush.
When do you expect me to do that? You take your clothes to the cleaners. Why do I need to iron them?
And my mother used to iron my underpants. The least you could do is iron a couple shirts.
Okay. Whatever, let's get to church before we're late, but please don't make jokes in choir again. It's very distracting.
Whatever you say, Ann. I'll do whatever you want me to do, as I always do. This is our mom and dad on Sunday morning.
So it may seem a little exaggerated, similar to my big fat Greek wedding, even though that is exactly the way it really is. My husband tells me all the time. But and the funniest part about this is they haven't driven to church together in the same car since before Dean had his driver's license. We used to take 4 cars to church every morning. But I just did want to say thank you all for coming and celebrating 2 of the most amazing people in the world to me. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. They never will say no to anything. They never will turn us down. They're always the first people there. They're always the first people that I call if I have a problem. They're always the first people that'll be at our doorstep when we do have a problem. They never say no. They always want to help us, and they love us unconditionally, and our love is reciprocated amazingly. And we're so blessed to be on the same street and see each other a couple times a day, let alone talk to each other a couple times a day. So thank you, we love you, and thank God for you every day. Thank you.
And I just want to really echo many of those same comments. I mean, I was trying to think of, what I want to say about my parents, and they're literally the best at everything you can be. You want to be a parent, a great parent, that's what they are. They're great grandparents, they're the best grandparents. They're loving, they're the most loving people. They're funny, there's no one funnier than them. I don't know anyone funnier. They're great friends, they're role models, they're confidants. I mean, there's nothing that they don't do perfectly for us, and we just hope we can pass that on to our grandkids. So congratulations, Mom and Dad, we love you. And I know there's a couple people that wanted to say a few words, and I think they're gonna come on a little bit later, maybe when there's a break. So when the bands take a break, there's gonna be a couple more people saying some words. Enjoy the night. Yes. There's one more thing, I knew that. Let's bring the grandkids up here for a second.
The kids have something they'd like to say.
By the way, we're taking applications for husbands and wives of these.